Time keeps on moving. It doesn't wait for anyone. It has been 408 hours since I uploaded my last video, which was a bit cryptic to say the least, and that might have left some of you confused as to what is about to come next, wondering what was that all about, and does that and this video have any correlation? Let's be honest, no one was losing any sleep over what that video was about. And to be honest, I don't know what this video is about. I was having a tough time thinking about the title of this video, so it's up to future me who might have thought of something. So, what is this about? Well, it's something that I don't know if everyone will agree with it or not. But let's see what happens. It's time to end all the suspense and let's start with a change of music. Something that's more on the playful side. Yeah, that's more like it. To make things clear, before everyone leaves this video after being confused with this weird intro, I'm gonna be discussing about time and dates. Oh, no, not that type of dates. I have no expertise in that area because I don't get them. Oh, don't worry. This will get even sadder as time goes by. From the moment we are born, the concept of time not waiting for anyone hits us like a bitch. You get a couple of years of waddling around and then get sent off to an institution which primarily focuses on mass producing shallow humanoids who are trained to think and act the same. Or our education system, schools as we all know it. And after a few years of just dicking around and doing some pause sit in a preschool, you get hit with a decade which is full of force-feeding information that isn't going to be useful in your future. And in that moment, most of them just want to do something that they are really interested in, like pursuing towards artistic or creative outlets. But going against the grain to do anything different isn't a guaranteed profitable venture. Or that's what you get told by the same people who are product of the system which is there to help you introduce to the real world, but fails miserably at that. Well, after barely making through that tedious decade of almost nothing of value, if you're lucky, you might just get a 9-to-5 job, where you will slave away most to all of your productive years and work till the day they can't get any more use out of you, and then get replaced by a younger and more enthusiastic individual who still has a glimmer of hope and dreams alive in them. The same optimism towards life that you too once had, which then was sucked out dry by the corporations who precisely know how to strip down individualism from a person to turn them into a mere cog in a machine. Unfortunately, that's the reality for billions of people who helplessly do that till the day they can, and then just pass away. Whoa, that was pretty grim. The change of music didn't help at all. I mean, it's not all bad. You get mandated days off for working your ass off the whole year. Depending on what country you reside in, the days that are off can be different. Generally, most of those days are there as a reminder that something historical happened in that particular date, and people celebrate it to honor all the sacrifices that were made by brave people in the past. I've got absolutely nothing against it, and it should be the way it is. And then there are the holidays based on fictional stuff. But when it comes to getting a day off from doing all those mundane chores, I'm pretty sure every minimum wage worker would just take any reason to get a day off just for themselves. Even if some of them doesn't make any sense and are just straight up hilarious. And then there are the ones based on some famous person's birthday, the main gripe of this video. I'm not against the whole idea of having a day off because a person with great influence was born in that day. But why celebrate the day when someone was born? It's not like they were born special. They worked tirelessly their entire life to achieve something so monumental that people in the future would honor it by taking a whole day off to pay respect to them and all their work. But not on the day when they did anything of value, but when they were born. There was nothing special about that day. They were among the thousands of babies that take birth every day. Amidst all these pictures of infants, it's pretty much impossible to distinguish who will turn out to be a prominent figure in the future. For example, this is a photo of Albert Einstein when he was really young. He looks like an average young individual, and there is literally nothing about him that makes him any better than all the others. But that's not true, as this photo is not of Albert Einstein. That, my friends, is... That's the final extent I can go to defend my point, and I should move on before YouTube nukes my channel again. Nobody is born with any speciality or gift, and even those gifted people are the ones who started to work hard from a young age. They were not born different from all the others, and celebrating that day rather than the one in which they accomplished something greater than themselves just puts a stain on all their hard-worked achievements. And personally, I think that the day those said people pass away are way more prominent, as we lose a valuable member from our society, rather than the day they were born, which doesn't hold any merit, at least in my eyes. And that brings me to the next point. Controversial or just sad? It's up to you to decide that. I don't understand why people celebrate their own birthdays as if they have done something that is worth celebrating. Yes, that means I don't like celebrating my own birthday. I'm not saying I haven't done or liked it in the past, but that magical feeling that I used to have while eagerly waiting for the day to come has faded away. At my current age, I cannot fathom the significance of celebrating the day for your entire life each time the earth completes a revolution around the sun since you took birth. Birthdays are on par with New Year's Day in terms of both being just a nuisance which gives birth to stupid things like New Year's resolutions. To me, they're just another normal day in which people act overly excited for no apparent reason. Even though New Year's are on a whole another level of being absolutely stupid, birthdays take the cake for me by how lengthy and choresome the whole process can get, like singing a dumb song that still gives me PTSD from all those awkward moments. By this point, all of that just makes me sound like a miserable fuck who doesn't like anyone being happy, unless their reason qualify my standards of something being celebration worthy. So, let me try to defend my point with something that doesn't sound just sad or angry to some extent. I'm not opposed to the whole ordeal of celebrating your birthday or any other dumb occasion. Fuck, that sounds even worse. It's just that I don't fully understand why people keep their birthdays so high in their pedestal of something that protrudes happiness to such an extent that they would count up all the days before that holy day arrives, as opposed to something like their anniversary or the day they stopped relying on alcohol and drugs to carry on with their day-to-day life. You know, something that is worthwhile celebrating, tying the knot with your significant other, and celebrating the day in which you started to live a healthier and better life holds more meaning in my eyes. And if they're really young, then celebrating their personal achievements, no matter how minuscule it might seem in your eyes, is way more worthy of a celebration rather than something granted like birthdays, which is not earned and just given by default. Even honoring the day you lost someone dear to you has more meaning than their birthdays, because they weren't born like the person you know them by. That little devil who just poops and cries all the time could have been an asshole, but they weren't. And the day you lost them was the last time you got to be around that wonderful person. So of course, it should have more meaning and hold a special place in someone's heart. Look, I'm not trying to stop the whole concept of celebrating birthdays as of yet, or saying that you shouldn't enjoy that particular day in your life. It's hard out there anyways, and you shouldn't do something like that because some dumb motherfucker you don't even know of said that on the internet. So, that begs the question, what was the point of this video? To be honest with you, I don't know. Naming the title wasn't the only issue I had while working on this video. I was contemplating for weeks whether to or not to make a video on this topic. And after worrying about that for way more than I should have, and wasting away the same valuable time that I've been preaching about this whole video, I decided to release this video on the same special day that everyone just can't get enough of. It's my birthday, and this is how I'm celebrating it, by finishing the editing for this video. I did tell you guys that it was gonna get even sadder. And now, I'm just tired. So I'm gonna go and celebrate this day the same way I celebrate New Year's, sleeping for the entire day. Yeah, that's better, right? I'm just gonna... Yeah.